Hey, welcome back. I've got a news story for you today. As you know, I kinda like to leave the news media alone. Let them do what they do. Report on what they report on. If they want to do something stupid, like this, then hell, let them do it. By all means. Let them stuff themselves up. Yeah. Sky News Australia has hit the headlines, folks. We've hit the headlines. And the jackpot on this one if you're YouTube. Because this shows YouTube's not mucking around at all with the 3 strikes and you're out misinformation campaign that they've been on recently. And as you might know, there's been a few channels removed for misinformation of certain kinds. Because it's very sensitive. I'm not going to say it. Well, I'm going to try not to say it in this video. And I'll put it nice. I'm only reporting what the larger news organisations have already said. I, myself, haven't contacted Sky. Haven't asked for a statement. Haven't contacted YouTube. Haven't asked for a statement there. All I know is Evie brought this to my attention and I thought it was video worthy. Because Sky Australia, you've made yourself meme time. For sure. With this one. Anyhow, as you can see, headline, Sky News Australia suspended from YouTube over misinformation. I find Stuff News to be probably the closest point of source to an independent news organisation that's not connected to governmental stuff and all the rest of the hoo-ha. Yeah. So I might just zoom that and put it in half a screen, to be honest. That might be nicer. Hang on a sec. Will I get this sorted? Yeah, there you go. Transition. Bingo. So, as you can probably see, Stuff News picked it up, BBC's picked it up, ABC picked it up, a lot of people have picked it up. All you've got to do is type a simple Google search here. Guardian picked it up, Telegraph picked it up, Reuters picked it up. Right, I haven't looked at Reuters because what I classify as anyhow more opinionated than anything else, I reckon. I've looked at a number of these articles and they all seem to say the same thing. So, well, would you look at this? 4 hours ago, Sky TV. Yes, it is their first suspension, so it's only 1 week. Hey, if they upload opinion pieces again, they probably need to make sure it is 100% clear it is an opinion piece. It is not a not a news story, not a factual news story. And the other thing is, from what I understand, Sky Australia are their own organisation, independent of the government, which makes that kind of laughable in the sense that, okay, they're independent. That means no government backing. So the government's not going to step up and go into bat for them. Sorry about my colours. On my other screen here, this up here is red, like it should be on YouTube. And on the video it's blue. It's crazy. I just noticed it, so yeah, apologies if you've been screaming at me for that. Yeah, YouTube's been issuing the strikes, blah blah blah. Here's the statement. In the statement, Sky News website, on the Sky News website, the channel acknowledges YouTube's right to enforce policies and looks forward to continuing posting to its 1.8 million subscribers. Yep, they do have 1.8 million subscribers. Yes, they are a big news organisation. I've got really no idea why they didn't make 100% clear it is an opinion piece and not a factual news story. And if they did, YouTube, even if someone's opinion is wrong, it's still their opinion. That's the part I do get annoyed with. Sky News representative said, "We support broad discussion and debate on a wide range of topics and perspectives, which is vital to any democracy." Yes, it's without the wide range of debate, the political leaders are able to do whatever they want without accountability. They take their commitment to meeting editorial community expectations seriously, and apparently not seriously enough, or not frickin' reining in their broadcasters seriously enough in this case. I'll call it SNA for short. We all know what it means. YouTube channel has published more than 20,000 videos over the past year, and a lot more since it was created at least 4 or 5 years ago. It says no videos denying COVID-19 were published. Well, it's not denying COVID-19. You might not be denying it, but you can still throw misinformation out there. Yes, your opinion can still be wrong. It's still your opinion. Yeah. And there's, if anyone wants to see it, you have to scroll down a bit. Digital editor Jack Houghton argues YouTube's decision, and says it's a disturbing attack on the ability to think freely. I'm sorry, Jack, and I'm sorry to Sky. You guys are not a free-thinking organisation. You guys are a factual news organisation. And if you can't keep it to the facts, at least make it very obvious it is an opinionated piece. And hell, if you've got to say it after every sentence, say it after every sentence. If you've got to have it scrolling on the ticker at the bottom of the screen, have it scrolling on the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Do something to tell everyone, including YouTube, hey, this is an opinionated piece. There could be little or no facts in it. And I'm hoping that should be enough. Back to the Stuff article, because we've come full circle right now. It just goes through what we already know. YouTube would not say, hang on, let me kill that, because that's a piece of crap I don't need to see. Flashing around. YouTube would not say what videos it removed from the Sky Australia channel, but the platform does not allow medical misinformation that poses a serious risk of egregious harm in contradiction with local and global health authorities' guidance about said situation, treatment, prevention, transmission, and distancing. Alright. That is absolutely true. I mean, well, it looks like Halton, they've read the article on the Sky News website, I haven't. So, Halton deemed the videos said the videos deemed unpalatable involved debates on the effectiveness of masks and whether lockdowns were justified. Fair enough. Yeah, but was there a medical doctor or expert on that panel who wasn't a homeopathic or orthopathic person? Or naturopathic? Like, was there someone recognised by WHO, CDC, Healthcare Australia, or whatever it's called, who knows about the medicines, knows the details about masks and stuff like that? If they were on the panel, this could have gone totally different. Both sides of the argument were depicted. Science is certainly not clear on either point, and said the removal of content was skewed against conservative. Well, hey, Sky Australia, listen up. Listen up. It's been no secret for some time, YouTube has been conservative. They've got conservative policies. Hello? Yes, they do let a lot of stuff slide, which I'm grateful for as a small creator myself, but they're conservative. And again, it's just going over our YouTube spokesperson. Basically, here's the sentence that is the real takeaway for you. We apply our policies equally for everyone, regardless of uploader. And in accordance with these policies, our long-standing strike system removed videos from and issued a strike to Sky News Australia's channel. Basically, what that says, and I hope I've got the interpretation right, I don't care whether you're a major channel, I don't care whether you're a major news channel, I don't care whether you're a small creator, I don't care who you are. You issue misinformation regarding certain things, because let's face it, there's a lot of misinformation out there about everything, and they're just certain things in these policies. The long-standing strike system is proving itself once again to be reputable with catching channels out. The CEO, Paul Whitaker, has been contacted. Unfortunately, I don't see an update here where they have included that, and I haven't seen one on their site that's got a statement from Paul Whitaker, CEO of Sky News. So, yeah. Sky News Australia spokesperson said it acknowledges the rights to enforce its policies, looks forward to continuing to publish shortly, spokesperson rejected the idea that any host had denied the existence. SkyNews.com.au. Get it in here. You don't have to deny COVID-19 for it to be misinformation. Holy crap! How thick do you have to be? Another takeaway here. You have the right to debate Australia's COVID or anywhere's policies to do with number 19 or not. Basically, if that conversation is stifled, our political leaders will be free to act with immunity without justification and lacking any sufficient scrutiny from the public. Your freedom to think will be extinguished. I'm pretty sure that part is true about the immunity justification and lacking any scrutiny. For sure. You've got to debate it. I mean, come on. The thing is, I wouldn't just be debating that. I'd be debating every single damn policy they put out. Every single bill that makes it into Parliament. Every single thing they say. Seriously. Yeah, it's crazy. Basically, they then go a little bit deeper into it, saying it follows strong criticism of veteran broadcaster Alan Jones' ongoing commentary on Sky News, which he is a presenter. He has an anti-lockdown, anti-mask stance. Right, there you go. I need to tip some of my mates off to this one. And he's regularly discussed it on air and in newspapers. Newspapers are a different story. It is unknown whether his segments were the cause or contributed, and I can guarantee what I've just read there, they were probably contributing to it. Definitely. Like, in New Zealand here, we don't have to wear a mask because we're at a low enough level. Australia, especially Victoria, Sydney, Queensland area, they're up to that stage where they have to wear masks again and have a reason for going out. Unfortunately, that doesn't look like it's actually going to let up anytime soon for them. So yeah. The Sydney radio host Ray Hadley said last week his former colleague at radio station 2GB needs to be called out for his commentary. Yeah, he does, which included sympathy for anti-lockdown protesters, calling NSW Chief Health Officer a village idiot. Not the best name to call him. And suggesting a 38-year-old woman who died from that was killed by something else. Hadley said Jones was dead wrong and was doing himself, Sky News and the Australian public a great disservice. I do tend to agree with Hadley's comment here. Just because you never know what it can do if it gets out into the wide public. So, yeah. The Sky News later posted correction to the July 12th broadcast and removed the video from all platforms. Jones' column was axed by News Corp Sydney's tabloid, aka the Daily Telegraph, last week after its editor, Bean English, decided it was not resonating with readers. Wonder why? Jones rejected the assertion he did not resonate, telling Sydney Morning Herald, yet another publication, he had millions of viewers and readers across Sky News YouTube, Sky News Facebook, and Alan Jones Facebook. Awesome. That sounds like someone who's a good mate to be around, for lack of another way of saying it. Looks like Jones also rejected. He was controversial, said he had received one dose of the AstraZeneca stuff, and hey, if I'm not mistaken, AstraZeneca requires 2 doses. Clarified the program on Thursday evening that he supported vaccinations. Well, hey. Commences contract negotiations with Sky News for his 4-night-a-week program later this week. Yeah. Buddy, I honestly think you'll be very, very lucky if Sky News wants to keep you. News Corp's spokesperson said the company stood by English's decision, but said it was not the company position. Alan is one of Australia's most accomplished broadcasters. His show on Sky News is achieving strong success and has a widely read column in The Australian, a printed publication. Just for those who aren't familiar with these italics, these names in italics, that just means it's a printed publication. So if I do miss it, you at least know. He is a compelling voice that has represented the values of many Australians, and his relationship with News Corp remains strong. Suspension occurred the same day as the launch of Sky News Regional, which will deliver the coverage to regional parts of Australia. Oh my word. Sky News, you've really freaking done it this time. Mr. Jones, you've really done it this time. Seriously, I don't even watch Sky News. I don't even watch the local One News. To be honest, I don't watch TV at all now. Shall I just run a quick recap? Google Sky News Australia YouTube suspended. You come up with a ton of stuff. You come up with a few videos about it. Most of them between 1 and 2 minutes long. The One News website in New Zealand's got it. One News tvnz.co.nz's got it. I will drop these links that I'm using here in the video description so you can see them yourself. That will not be a problem. Sky News Australia has commented on it. Well, several members of Sky News has commented on it. Editor Jack Horton's the main voice I see in there because he's online editor. And yeah. And well, Stuff.co.nz is my main source of the story due to them actually reporting and not discussing it. So yeah, that's my sources. Probably the crazy part is that Sky Australia aren't likely to get the channel back too fast. And, well, they'll get it back after a week. But they've got 2 more strikes. The next one, I believe, is for... So it's 1 week, 1 month, and then permanent. I believe so. I haven't checked on that policy in a while because I kind of keep out of this stuff, as you well know. But, hey, too good of an opportunity. And, yeah, Sky News, if you really want to know, YouTube is conservative. Like, of course they're narrow-minded conservatives. Just have to read their policies and stuff like that, and their rules and guidelines and all of that stuff. I bet you don't even get through 1 page and you're looking going, what's this conservative stuff? But in saying that, to be honest, I've got no problem with it being conservative if it's going to keep idiots away. I mean, misinformation, flat earthers, number 1, friggin' anti-pandemic, First Amendment auditors. They actually need to go after First Amendment auditors next, I think, just due to the amount of crap that those guys are saying and the amount of stuff they're doing. It's just beyond the law. Like, no cell phones or cameras without permission of the judge. Hang on, dude. You didn't ask permission. And that's easy enough to see. Then you've got your medical misinformation out there. That's the area which, from the looks of what I've read today, has been targeted. So, opinion on the medical side, masks or vaccines or otherwise, lockdowns. Hey, I've got my own opinions, but I'm not about to share them because who knows if they're right or wrong. And personally, I don't care to share them. They're my opinions. You might be able to present another way of looking at it. Sure. That's fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own way of thinking. But they're mine. And that equals mine. So, on that note, Sky News Australia is in bye-bye land for a week. Thanks to misinformation. Do I agree with it entirely? No. Do I think it's an attack on free thinking? Not really. Free speech, maybe? Yeah. But then, YouTube dictates what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say fairly well. And if I want to keep the YouTube channel, I've got to go by that. So, yeah. I also recommend Sky News Australia taking another look at some of these statements and taking a look at the videos that were uploaded that have gone missing, because they've got a freaking copy back at the office. I know that for a fact. No YouTuber, no big news corporation uploads to YouTube without having a copy on their own machine or server. That's just the way it goes in that one. And Yeah. So, Sky Australia, bye bye Lang for a week, of which there's about 6 days left. 5 or 6 days left. So, I know I'm a bit late getting the news out, but I thought I'd let you know. On that note, do what I normally do and say be kind to each other in real life and online. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.